So, what's new? Yesterday was my rest day. I had a refeed on Friday, so a few days ago. Feeling pretty good. A little depleted and tired. I lost a pound, which is great. You want to be losing anywhere from half a pound to a pound a week. That's pretty steady progress. But slow is smooth and smooth is fast. That's what I always say. Strength has been going down. I will say that. I mean, it's part of the process in terms of cutting. So other than that, it's been going really good though. I mean, I'm getting the results I want. I'm looking leaner, maintaining a lot of size still while on this cut. Today's push day. It's currently 5:24 in the morning. Yeah, we're about to hit a push day at the gym. A little chest, shoulders, and triceps. One last thing I will say, I did get a coffee. Now, I don't like to typically drink a lot of caffeine. I used to. However, going along with this cut and the hunger that coincides with it, I decided to get a coffee to kind of help satiate that hunger, reduce the hunger in general, and just not feel, well, for lack of a better phrase, hungry at the gym. I don't want to feel depleted at the gym either, but this caffeine will give me a little boost of energy, also thus suppressing my hunger. So I bought a coffee for that. But enough of that. Let's get going to the gym. You know, no more dilly-dallying. It's time to really lock in and get this workout out of the way. Something I have been wanting to talk about for quite some time as well. If you are the type of person to hate on someone else's physique or hate on someone else's progress, I think that's just really negative and not a cool thing at all. To be quite frank, you'd have to be very disingenuous and dishonest with yourself if you were to sit there and say that the gym takes a lot of hard work. I mean, a lot of people have this misconception. They assume that if somebody is in really great shape, they didn't work hard for it. To be quite frank, if you're that type of person that likes to hate on other people's hard work or progress, I think that's heavily wrong because, first of all, we don't support negativity on this channel at all. We try to promote positivity and congratulations towards the people who put in the effort and are willing to make changes. Another thing I wanted to add as well is that being in shape and being big and having a great muscular build, it really is something to be proud of and something to admire. Because when I see somebody who's jacked, has a huge killer physique, my first thought isn't to criticize or judge. My first thought is always, that's impressive. That takes a lot of hard work and dedication. My first thought is always, this person worked hard as hell for that. That required so much effort and work. That required so much discipline. That required so much effort. The amount of effort and work that it takes to reach that level of having a killer physique is it's on another spectrum. And it's just very, very telling about that person's mentality as well. You can really tell how much effort and work they put in just by the way their physique looks. If you see somebody who's like 180 or 200 pounds of lean, shredded muscle, some people might say steroids, but even with steroids, that requires effort. You can't just sit there and not work for it. It's a lot of discipline and effort, a lot of time, a lot of time. And I think that's just something to be proud of. I think that is very much something to be proud of. Well, it is a little bit more crowded than usual than I had expected or anticipated, but that's okay. I mean, we're here trying to get a workout in. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Let's take a second to enjoy our coffee. Somebody had also asked me the other day, what kind of cheat meals do you do? What do you normally eat, like on your days that you have a cheat day? And to be quite frank, I don't do cheat days that often. It's very, very rare. I normally save those for special occasions. Or even if I do decide to stray away from my normal regimen in terms of, nutrition, I try to make it fit / work with the caloric intake I need for that day. So for Thanksgiving, for instance, technically it's still classified as a cheat day because I went over my caloric limit a little bit, but in terms of the actual food and the nutritional content, I tried to stay within the limits / boundaries of eating relatively healthy. In terms of eating a quote-unquote unhealthy food, it was still up there with, the nutritional needs that I needed for the day. I just made it fit within my macros. I believe I only went a couple calories over too. It was only a couple hundred calories that I went over that day for Thanksgiving, but I did have mashed potatoes, chicken, fish. I did have some greens. And the only thing that I gave myself as a sweet treat, and again, I still made it fit within my macros, I only went over by a couple hundred. I did have a slice of pecan pie. I love pecan pie. That's why I have a really, really bad sweet tooth. Anybody that knows me knows I have a very, very bad sweet tooth. And I did have a little bit of mac and cheese as well. But again, I made it fit within my macros. So that was for Thanksgiving. And then for other events too, if there's like somebody's birthday coming up, usually I just bring my own food or meals. Or if I'm out with friends or special events like that, where I don't necessarily need to be eating the stuff that they're serving there, I bring my own food with me. Now, like events like Christmas, Thanksgiving, moments like that, that's when I can kind of stray away. But again, I try my best to either bring my own food or make it fit within my macros. The only times I ever truly have a cheat day is when I plan them and I go out of my way to plan them ahead of time. And again, I calorie track ahead of time as well. I don't eat certain meals, instead of having my lunch or my dinner, I'll swap them out for the cheat day meal. And again, try to fit it within my macros as best as possible. Mainly because it builds discipline, it helps me stay on track with my diet. And the less I have of certain foods, the less I'll crave them. I do follow heavily with the famous words of Jay Cutler. I can never crave it if I never have it. I honestly stand by that because it's true. The less you have of a certain food, the less you're tempted to eat it. Like I said, the last time I had anything remotely sweet in that sense was Thanksgiving, just a few months ago. And before that, I think the last time I had an actual cheat day with anything sweet or salty, I believe was a year ago before that. Last Thanksgiving or Christmas, from what I can recall. Again, my cheat days and cheat meals are very, very sporadic. And again, it just builds discipline. It's just something I like to do. It helps me stay on track. The way I see it as well is I'm putting in all this effort in the gym and all this work and time. Why ruin that and potentially damage the progress by eating a burger or going every now and then having a cheat day? Might as well stay on track and stay the course and just really lock in. I'm already locking in at the gym. I might as well be 100% on top of my nutrition. However, everybody's different. I'm not saying you have to eat like this, but this helps me stay extra locked in by not having those days where I have cheat days or things like that. I have refeed days, and honestly, I do look forward to those. Again, we are all human. Just because I limit myself to cheat days does not mean I eat like a fucking robot all the time. I mean, I try my best to stay on top of my regimen, but I also give myself moments to really be able to have those cravings kick down as well. Like for instance, I do eat a lot of oatmeal, and my oatmeal is very sweet because I put in my protein powder, some fruit, and sometimes I'll have it with like a chocolate rice cake or two to help satiate that sweet tooth. I also eat Greek yogurt. It's not the sweetest thing in the world, but it does help limit those cravings. Find ways to kind of give yourself that room to be able to comfortably eat on a deficit without sacrificing your taste buds too much. Not everybody can do it all the time, eating the same thing every day. I can admit myself, it's very hard. It is very, very hard. But again, it's all about reminding yourself what your goal is at the end of the day. You gotta have to be able to say no every once in a while though as well. You don't have to be the strictest with your diet if your goals are different than other people. I'm not saying you have to be prepping for the Olympia. Depending on the celebration, currently where I work at, they do bring in cupcakes or sweet treats, cookies, donuts, or sometimes they bring in food that I cannot eat because it strays from my diet. And I have to sit there and say no. And a lot of people do get shocked, or I'll downright say it, sometimes offended. And it is what it is. If you are trying to have a certain goal, there's going to be temptation sometimes. It's not their fault. It's not nobody's fault. You're just in a situation where they are offering food. But to you, it can seem as a temptation because you're trying to stay locked in and you're thinking to yourself, damn, I'm trying to lose weight and they're bringing this type of food. Sometimes you have to learn how to say no to stuff like that. Anyways, we are here. It is currently 5:47. I'm going to finish this puppy up real quick. You already know this whole spiel. I'm going to head inside, show you the sets and all that. And then we'll check out the pump and the progression once we're done. And yeah, I'll see you guys afterwards. Alrighty. So that pretty much wraps it up. Honestly, a great workout, despite not having anything in my stomach besides the coffee. A pretty good workout, pretty solid. I still got a decent pump. Feeling a little depleted and flat. However, it was still an amazing workout. I got a great pump from it. Honestly, no complaints. We're looking a lot leaner. Again, it's a slow process. It's a slow progression, but it is still worth the wait and worth the effort that it takes to do that. Honestly, it's been such an amazing journey. Yeah, even though I felt depleted and flat today, it was a great pump and it was a great workout. And the gym wasn't too crowded today. I mean, it did get a little bit busier towards the end of the workout. However, still a great workout in my opinion, honestly. And summer is right around the corner. I'm hoping you guys are staying on track with your progress. If you're cutting right now, I wish you the best. If you're cutting right now, I know it's not easy, but you can get through it. It's not easy, it's tough, but I believe in every single one of you who are cutting right now. Stay with it. The progress pays off. The persistency pays off. One day at a time, one rep at a time, little by little, you will get to the point where you will feel satisfied with your physique and your goals. With patience and consistency, the rest will follow. That pretty much wraps it up for now. I'm gonna go home, get some food in me, edit this little guy together, you know, all that jazz. We'll see when we upload again. No promises or guarantees, but yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Alrighty.